We're talking to Tom Fitton about his book, Rights and Freedoms in Peril. And this is the section on lawfare. And you describe in 2022, the Hillary Clinton campaign and the Democratic National Committee quietly agreed to pay more than $100,000 in fines to the Federal Election Commission pertaining to the 2016 election. What was the problem? It turns out that the Clinton campaign used a law firm, Perkins Coie, to handle its negotiations with Fusion GPS. Perkins Coie was paid millions by the Clinton campaign and paid the campaign's bill to Fusion GPS for its hard work coming up with a hoax about Trump colluding with Putin. What you essentially point out there is that they got a slap on the wrist, but then Donald Trump was accused of doing the same thing, and they actually brought up charges against him.
Yeah, charged for doing the same
thing. A crime.
He's facing jail over it.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to put him in jail because of it. What's interesting to me is an individual who I think bridges the lawfare and also a lot of the electoral interference that we're seeing. And I happen to think he's one of the people that could have a big effect on the election that nobody knows about. You certainly know about it. And that's Mark Elias. Tell us about the role that Mark Elias played in lawfare and the role that he is going to play, or the role that he's already playing right now in trying to undermine the integrity of our electoral process.
Well, Elias he worked for the Clinton campaign at Perkins Coie. He then left. Now I think he has his own shop, more or less. But he's a well-regarded, at least among Democratic Party operatives and campaign folk and candidates, as an aggressive lawyer on election administration issues. So if you need something done, no matter what, you go to Mark Elias and he'll get it done for you. Now, you may think that means increasing access to the ballot. No, it means keeping Robert F. Kennedy on or off the ballot, depending on the political needs.
Right.
It means opposing virtually every effort for election integrity, reform. Folks around him and his operations have opposed virtually all of Judicial Watch's. They oppose in principle, and I think directly, depending on the case, our efforts to clean up the rolls or to make sure that ballots aren't counted until the ballots are counted according to law, as opposed to counting them and receiving them after Election Day, which is just outrageous. So you no matter how you slice it, but of course he was running the Clinton campaign, and the question is what he knew about this dossier. And another aspect of that dossier, coming back to the deep state, it was a joint operation between the Clinton campaign and the FBI.
Yeah,
they both were paying Christopher Steele. They both were paying Christopher Steele at the same time to dig up dirt on Trump.